video last night about Django, whatever, Unchained. And I was highly surprised at the puppets dancing in the comments because they got sensitive over my factinion. Now, keep in mind, it was a factinion, not an opinion. And what a factinion simply means is that I'm right. Look, not everyone is going to like Quenton Tarantino's work. I, for one, have not found anything worthwhile of his to watch. Someone said you can't compare Shawshank Redemption to a Quenton Tarantino movie. I hope you were saying that the Shawshank Redemption was 100 times better, because what the Shawshank Redemption was a classic, entertaining, great story, great movie. Quentin Tarantino, like I said so eloquently yesterday, whatever he shoots, he puts it in the movie because in his mind, he thinks he's a genius. When he's not. His movies, all his movies, could be condensed down to the hour and 30 minutes. And I know there's people that, you just don't have a long attention span because you got a people. No, if something's entertaining me, I'll watch the motherfucker for 4 hours. But his movies bore me. Like I said, Django Unchained started out real good. And then all of a sudden it went through a lull. And the lull continued and continued. And then when the fucking height of the movie was going to end, I'm thinking it's going to be great. And then all I seen was big gore violence. The genericest violence I've ever seen. AKA roundhouse, grindhouse, whatever the fuck it was. Please, people, if you like Tarantino, just because I give you a factinion, and well, let me remind you, a factinion is basically a fact of life, doesn't mean that you can't like Tarantino. Alright, it doesn't mean that I'm telling you that you have terrible taste in movies, which, by the way, I really am telling you that, but it doesn't mean you have to listen to me. What I'm telling you is there are better directors out there. Tony Scott, greatest director, one of the greatest directors ever. Crimson Tide, Man on Fire. That is a movie director. Tarantino? I mean, come on. Well, let's do a little thing of Tarantino right now. I gotta put this in. I gotta put this in. Like I said, I would make videos before, and I'd say, you know what? When I first started YouTube, this is how much I expanded. When I first started YouTube, I'd make videos and I'd be like, you know what, it's good enough. It's good. It wasn't really good enough, but it was. But it wasn't. I thought it was good enough. Tarantino needs to get that through his head. Because you know what, Tarantino, I know you're out there listening, because I know you're going to be contacting me pretty soon about getting in one of your movies, because let's face reality, you need someone to save your goddamn empire that you've fucking built. I am the new action star. Take a look at me. Why does not sit in a fucking chair like this with props, cue cards, whatever, and just ramble on at any given time like I do? I don't need Call of Duty in the background to fucking tell you anything. What I tell you is something, a detailed, factual, vivid description of what I'm thinking right now. And what I'm thinking right now is that your movies are too fucking long. They're too goddamn long. And to keep the movies somewhat of substance to them, because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm going to harken back to that fucking stupid-ass thing with the fucking mask on. Did you actually, in your mind, think that was actually funny? I mean, I can understand leaving maybe a minute of the segment in there, maybe a minute of it, but for 10 minutes, sitting there telling these corny-ass jokes, you can tell, just from the natural observation, you can tell that this should have been cut. And it should have been cut, and it should have been cut, and 45 minutes of the middle of the movie should have been cut. But you know what? I think Tarantino fanboys say, you don't know movies. Like I said, it's a factinion. And just because I tell you a fact doesn't mean that Quentin Tarantino isn't a good director, which it really does mean it, but it doesn't mean you can't watch him. So, to all the Tarantino fanboys, look. You did. Oh, and then people are saying, you're just going to lose all your subscribers. You win. Look, if I have a weak-minded subscriber that gets pissed at my factinions, then you know what? He can leave. I don't care. I want strong-minded, willed people here that watch my videos. I want people here that watch my videos that say, you know what? I don't agree with this motherfucker. In fact, he pisses me off. But you know what? I will still like the video, and I will continue to watch because I'm a fucking beast. I'm not weak-minded. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm not looking for no goddamn puppet that fucking dances in the fucking comment section when he gets his fill insert because I don't like something he likes. He's trying to force it like a PC elitist. I don't care about PC gaming. In fact, I don't even care about console gaming. In fact, I'm not going to throw it. I was going to throw it. But the bottom line is, if you are that weak-minded over a fucking video on YouTube, then what the fuck are you going to do when faced with real adversity in real life? What are you going to do? Are you going to curl up in a ball, crumble at the sight of that adversity? Or are you going to snatch it up and fucking pound it down? Is that what you're going to do? You have to make the decision, the choice right now. If my videos piss you off to the point that you want me to die, which, by the way, I can understand that because I do make people dance. If that's the case, then you may need some serious mental help, or you just may want to stop watching my videos. Or, the big thing, you may want to go along with my fat ting and join my brigade. Now, the choice is in your court, the ball's in your court right now. But I've given you a detailed, factual account of how Quenton Tarantino is just not what everyone thinks he is. He's not the genius everyone makes him out to be. I am the genius. In fact, any director out there that really doesn't know much but has money, but has fucking money, that needs help in directing a project, you contact me via my YouTube PM inbox. I'll not only make a movie, I'll direct the movie, and I'll star in the fucking movie. Not one of these little pansy-ass roles that Tarantino gives himself where he's like in the movie because he has to be in the movie, you know, because I have to be in the movie. I will star in the movie, and I will win an Oscar, and the movie itself will win fucking Academy Awards. Because that's what I do. So, what we learned here today, the moral of my story is, Django Unchained would have been better if I directed it, if I made it. Like I said, a 6 out of 10 isn't bad. I didn't give it a 4 out of 10 because for the first 45 minutes I liked the movie, and then the last 20 minutes I was like, well, thank God it's coming to an end. But the middle minute, hour and 20 minutes was like... So, you get the gist of what I'm doing here. That's the video for today. I'll have the second part of the part 1 video yesterday that happened when I was in that lobby and them guys got all pissed at me, saying, Ian, can I say? I'll have that part 2 coming up later on. You know what the sad part is? I haven't even had my coffee today. I'm still on my way fishing. I got problems. I'm manic 95% of the fucking day. It should be illegal to be this high right now. In fact, if they tested my blood right now, I'm probably higher than a kite. But I'm really not. It's just manic. It's that serotonin, whatever's in my fucking brain that the normal fucking people don't have. But I have it. I have an abundance of it.